Hi, no intro. Sorry. Piggy Chapter 14. Piggy versus the Ultimate Death Knight. A week after the death of the Death Knight, King Tabuya thanked Piggy, and they left with $1 million. And soon they were home. Keen said that the Death Knight is just the first form of the ultimate Death Knight, and they had to train before he came. Piggy agreed, but Kozo said he can't use 15 sword style, or he will die. Piggy said he shouldn't use it. Then Keen then said, I feel like that was obvious. Then they received a letter to come to the forest of Arnok. The ultimate, and it said the ultimate Death Knight teamed up with the Fear. Yes, I totally meant to do that. Fire Knight. So come to the castle of Fort Kadro and get support from us. Piggy said they should go, so that's what they did. They traveled the forest and came upon the fort to meet King Tabuya with King Alfonso. I don't know if that's it. I don't know if Alfonso is another name. Whatever. They were greeted by and King Tabuya explained that the Death Knight took form as the ultimate Death Knight and destroyed many other forts, and this was the only one surviving fort. Piggy insisted that they should work together and burn the ultimate Death Knight. Just then the trees of the forest were wiped out. Then came the ultimate Death Knight. Piggy immediately used her first form and sliced his head, but he regenerated it. So Kozo and Wolster joined the battle. The battle. The ultimate Death Knight was having a hard time dodging the attacks of the three fierce attackers, so he summoned the Shadow. So Mousy and Kozo attacked the Shadow, while Piggy and Wolster fought the ultimate Death Knight. So Piggy threw the spirit bomb, and Wolster kicked and punched him several times. Then the Death Knight exploded because all of the bombs that Piggy threw. Everyone cheered, but they have to find the Book of Evil to turn all bad people into good ones, which is in the next book, chapter, by the way. Then the ultimate Death Knight regenerated and shot a beam at Piggy, which she blocked, and said, that attack won't work on me twice. Then Piggy and the ultimate Death Knight traded a barrage of attacks. Then Kozo came in to join the fight, but was no match for the speed of the two fighters produced. 2 hours later, Piggy finally destroyed the Death Knight so hard that not even his ashes were visible. They cheered, but then the Fire Knight had appeared and punched everyone in and out of the castle, except Kozo. Kozo used 12 sword style, but then failed to defeat the Fire Knight. So he used it to charge up an enormous amount of power. Then Piggy shouted and cried for Kozo to stop, but he used it and so many attacks. Soon he ran out of power, but still defeating the Fire Knight. Piggy ran to Kozo and cried while he lay there, and said sorry for not being able to protect another friend. Then Kozo said, Piggy, no need to worry. It was my choice just to use me as a sacrifice. Just use me as a sacrifice to bring Frieza back. I'm happy I got to spend my time with you. Piggy hugged him and cried as it dropped rain heavily. When Piggy's tear landed on Kozo, he came back alive, and the rain stopped. Piggy happily hugged Kozo tighter and told him to never use that ability again. Then Kozo said, "Piggy, Piggy, Piggy, you're suffocating me! Stop, it hurts!" Then Wooster laughed as he said this. Then Piggy stopped hugging him, and they went back to their normal lives again. So that story took only 5 minutes because no, 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 uh, not, uh, not wrong. Yes, this small. If you're sleeping, then just skip this part. Anyways, sub, like, and comment if you like this. Goodbye.